Okay, for this week, we're going to be going over model updates. Now, always through the budgeting process as an estimator, you're going to be getting updated drawings and, in this case, models from the architect as the design progresses and gets more and more detail. And so it's necessary for the estimator to give model and budget updates and quantity updates. And so Navisworks has some tools to be able to help us to visualize and to quantify those changes in models as the model gets updated. So the first thing that we're going to review is the Compare Models tool, which is more the visualization component of model updates. So first I have Navisworks open. I'm going to append in my original model. So it's an original NWC file. And I'll bring it in. And you can see this is the building that we're going to have. And so now I want to say I get my updated model. You can see this is the V1. And so I'm going to append in the V2 model just right here. So I'm going to go to my folder, revised architectural model V2. So now they're both here in my selection tree. So I'm just going to keep them collapsed. And this is important, the order that you select these. So first select the original model, the V1, and then hold down Control on your keyboard and then select the second model. And then we're going to come here to the Home tab and go to the Compare button. This brings up a dialog where we can find differences in different categories and then also how we want the results. For this purpose, I'm going to just look for differences in the name and the geometry. So I'm going to uncheck everything else. So if you wanted to dive down deeper and get more particular on your differences, you could check more of these boxes. But for this case, we're just going to say if it has a different name or if it's a different shape or size, we want it to flag the difference. Then over here, we want all of these checked except for the ones save each difference as a set. And then we'll hit OK. And so we come here and you see some things disappeared here and there's some different colors. Whenever you're doing the Compare tool, you want to make sure that if you go to the viewpoint, your mode is on shaded, not render. And so now you can see some more colors here. So another thing when you're doing Compare tools is you're going to want to make sure that your sets are open. And so you can always find your sets by going to View and Windows and make sure your sets is turned on. I have mine pinned over to here. I'm going to pin it open. And so we have some sets that have been made. And you can see that for the matched of V1 and then the matched of V2, there's selection sets for each of those. And so if you click on one of those, it's going to select everything that is matched in V1, and then here just all the matched in V2. And you have the differences, and those have been hidden by default, but they would be white color, those that are matched. And now we have the differences in V1 and the differences in V2. Those are items that that occur in both models, but they've changed either name or size. So that is indicated by the red color. And then we have the unmatched for V1 and unmatched in V2. So unmatched in V1, so unmatched in the original is going to be yellow. That means it was in V1, but now it's not in V2. So basically this would be indicate deleted scope. And then your unmatched for V2 means it was not in V1 and now it is in V2. So this would indicate added scope, and it's the cyan or the bluish color. So that's the color coding of Navisworks for using the compare tool. And so if we come here and we start looking around the model, we can see, so this red indicates that somehow this floor changed either in size or in name. And so this is really, like I said, more of a visualization tool where you can kind of look at a high level and see how much of your project changed. Looks like all the walls are hidden, which means none of the walls changed. And so this helps you just isolate what are the things that were changed. And so all of this roof is blue and these downspouts. And so all of that blue was added. That means it was not in the V1, but it now is in the V2. So we know they added some detail here on the roofs. And so that is the compare tool in a nutshell.